Okay, listen to the set of irrational numbers. Set of irrational numbers, and we said that it's Q dash. Before we mentioned that rational numbers are Q. Q for rational numbers and irrational numbers, Q dash. Okay? So irrational numbers is Q dash and rational numbers, it was Q. Okay? So today we are going to discuss about the irrational numbers. Okay. Actually, guys, before we start irrational numbers, I'm going to revise the set of rational numbers. Rational numbers, or Q, we said that all integers are rational, also all decimals, and all percents. All these are rational numbers. Okay, so all integers, like the numbers, whatever, even if it was positive or negative, like 2, 3, 7, -5, -11, all these are rational numbers. What else are rational numbers? The perfect square is a rational number. Perfect square is a rational number. Perfect cube is a rational number. Okay, so first, we said that all integers, whatever, if they are positive or negative, then all decimals are rational numbers, like this. I mean, to the decimal numbers like 0.7, 1.3, -0.2, all these decimals are rational. Also, all percents like 20%, 24%, 50 or 40%, all these are rational. In addition to the perfect square numbers, what's the meaning of perfect square? Perfect square number is the number which we can write it in the form of a number to the power 2, or the number which have a square root. So perfect square, like this, like 16, for example. Why it's a perfect square? Because we can write it in the form of a number to the power 2. Actually, 16 is 4 to the power 2. Like 36, also it's a 6 power 2. So 16 perfect square, 36 is perfect square. Okay, what about the perfect cube? Perfect cube, simply it will be the number which we can write it in a form of another number to power 3, or the number which have a cubic root. Like what? Like 8. Perfect cube. Why? Because it's 2 to the power 3. Like 27, because it's a 3 to the power 3. And actually, the cubic root of 8 is equal to cubic root of 27 equal 3. Correct, guys?
Yes.
Okay, any questions till now?
No.
Okay, now the second part, or the main part for our lesson, which is about the irrational numbers. Okay, simply irrational numbers means the numbers which are not perfect squares. Also, the numbers which are not perfect cubes. Like what? Not perfect square, so simply this means we can't write the number in the form of a number to the power 2, or the number has no square root, like 7. Can we get the square root of 7? Of course not. Can we get the square root of 5? Also no. So this is not perfect squares? Yes. So this is irrational numbers? Yes. Okay, then what about the numbers which are not perfect cubes, like that. Not perfect cubes means that there is no cubic root for this number, like 7, like 9. Cubic root of 7, I don't know. Cubic root of 9, I don't have. So these numbers are not perfect cubes. So it belongs to Q dash, the irrational numbers. So now, guys, if my question is, write down two numbers like that, two irrational numbers between 4 and 9. Okay. Actually, this one is a perfect square. This one is also perfect square. Okay, so what do you think of the numbers between these two numbers, which are not rational numbers or belongs to irrational numbers? So simply square root of 5, square root of 6, square root of 7, square root of 8. All these numbers are irrational. If I want to write it in the form of a cubic root, also the cubic root of 5, cubic root of 6, cubic root of 7, cubic root of 8. No, stop. Cubic root of 8 equal 2. So this is rational. But these three numbers belongs to Q dash. Why? Because it's not perfect cubes. Are we clear till this point?
Yes.
Okay. So this means we studied the set of rational numbers and the set of irrational numbers. So simply, if the question is like that, what do you think? Rational numbers intersection with irrational numbers. Do you think there are common numbers between these two sets? Of course, no. So the intersection of rational and irrational numbers equal 5. Okay?
Okay.
So we can say that
Okay.
Q and Q dash are disjoint sets. Okay? Disjoint sets means it's away from each other, no common elements between them. So this means that the intersection of the two sets equal 5. So we can call it disjoint. Okay? Okay, we only said that the numbers which are not perfect squares and not perfect cubes. Okay, so one important point, there is one symbol we studied before, that's pi. Okay, actually pi, which is the approximate value to calculate the perimeter or the circumference for the circle or a sphere or whatever like that, is irrational number. We must know that it's irrational number. Okay, because actually this one is approximated value. It's 22 over 7, which means 3.14 as approximated value, but actually this is not the exact values. That's why it's not rational number. So the point we must know that pi is irrational number. Okay, what else is irrational number? I said if a square root of a number which is not perfect square, like square root of 6, we said that there is no square root for 6. So this is belong to Q. Okay. If the number is like this, guys, the square root of 6 plus integer like 2. So this number is rational or irrational? Now, I will check. This one is rational or not? No, it's irrational number. So the whole number is a rational number also. Okay? Okay, let's solve some examples. Okay, show which of the following numbers belong to rational numbers and which numbers belong to irrational numbers? Okay. The first number is square root of 0.49. Okay, so first step, I have to check if this one is a perfect square or not. In other words, I meant I will check if there is a square root for this number or not. But actually, if I'm going to use my calculator, I will find that this one equals 0.7, which means it's 7 over 10. It's a rational number because we can write it in the form of A over B, or in other means, it's a decimal number. So we said all decimals are rational. So this one belongs to Q, of course. Okay. Another example like that, cubic root of negative 0.064. Okay, this one is rational or not. So check if this number has a cubic root or no. Simply by using the calculator, it will equal negative 0.4. So rational. Correct, guys?
Yeah, sir.
Correct.
Okay.
Great.
Great.
مستر ممكن كمان سؤال لو سمحت.
Yes, sure. The next question, like that. If it's a square root of 25 over 49, okay, square root of 25, 5. Square root of 9, 7. Rational belongs to Q. So the three numbers till now, all of them belongs to rational numbers. Okay, another question and take care. Cubic root of 25 over 49. Now, get your calculator. Try to find the cubic root of 25. This one, no. This one, no. So, irrational numbers belongs to Q dash. Correct, guys?
Correct, Miss.
Correct.
Can we get a cubic root of 25? No. Can we get a cubic root for 49? No.
Yeah.
So this one is irrational number. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. الرقم ده irrational number, yes?
Exactly, yes. That's why I wrote it belongs to Q dash. So Q dash means irrational number. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Great. One more question like that. Square root of 25 plus cubic root of 60. Okay, in this question, first step, check the first number. Actually, square root of 25, it's 5.
5.
5 plus cubic root of 16.
12.
Actually, this one, 16 has no cubic root. Cubic root of 16. So this is not perfect cube. So that whole number belongs to Q dash. Okay? Because now my question is about this number, not only square root of 25. So my judgment will be on the total number. I need the two parts of the number. This one and this one. So if the first part is rational, but the second is irrational, so the whole number is irrational. Okay, guys, clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Now, some examples, okay? An easy one like that. 3 belongs to, square root of 3 belongs to, 9 belongs to, square root of 9 belongs to, negative 8 belongs to, cubic root of negative 8 belongs to. Okay, let's check the first one. 3, rational, of course. Square root of 3, do we have a square root of 3? No. Irrational. 9, of course, rational. Square root of 9, yes, this one is 3, so rational. Negative 8, rational. Cubic root of negative 8, it's a negative 2, rational. Correct, guys? So the only
Correct.
one irrational, this one. Why? Because it's not perfect square, right? Because there is no square root for 3. More examples to understand this point more? Okay,
Yes.
let's clarify it more. Examples like that. 5 cubic root of 5. Cubic root of -9. Okay, 5, of course, rational. But this one, can you give me the cubic root of 5? No, sorry.
It belong to your
That's a rational number. Can you give me a cubic root of -9? Sorry.
irrational.
That's irrational. Correct? Okay, are we clear till this point, guys? Because I'm going to start to the next point. Any questions?
No, thanks.
Okay, great. Now, the next point is how to solve the equations. Till now, we studied that, solving equations. But how to solve equations in Q dash. So this means the question title will be like that. If X belongs to Q dash. Find solution set of the following. The first question, x squared equal 5. Okay. If x squared equal 5, so this means x will equal positive or negative square root of 5. I want the solution which belongs to what? Q dash. So this means actually this two numbers belongs to Q dash because there is no square root of there is no square root for 5. So simply solution set will equal the set of square root of 5 and negative square root of 5. Okay, guys, clear?
Yes. Yes.
Oh. One more question. If the question is like that, and I want the solution belongs to Q dash. Okay, if x equal x to the power 3 equals 7, so x will equal cubic root
to the power
of 7.
7. Cubic
This
root
one,
7.
rational or irrational? This one belongs to Q dash. Why? Because there is no cubic root for 7. So simply solution set, which belongs to Q dash, equal the set of cubic root of 7. Clear, guys?
Clear.
Okay.
Clear.
Great. Okay. If the question is like that and to concentrate very well, x belongs to Q dash. X squared minus 25 equals 0. Okay, solve it as usual. X squared equal 25. Just shift this number to the other side and change the sign. Now, x equal positive or negative square root of 25. So x will equal positive or negative 5. So the solution set equal positive or negative 5. Is it irrational numbers? No. So do we have a solution in irrational numbers? No. So what will be the solution? 5. Great. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. One more
مستر ينفع
question.
تعيد يا مستر 3 and 4 عشان النت عندي؟
Which one, 3 and 4? I didn't solve the 3 and 4. I just solved 1 and 2. Okay, this question not mentioned in the book. I just solved the question to show you the difference between if the required solution belongs to Q or Q dash. Belongs to Q dash and its rational numbers is a solution. So the solution related to irrational numbers will be 5. Okay? Okay. One more question. 2 over 5 x squared equal 4 over 25. Okay. So now, actually, there are too many ways to solve this question. First one, as we said before, we want to get the variable inside alone and then the numbers and the different side. So I want to get x squared alone like this. So x squared will equal this one, 4 over 25, divided by this coefficient. So it's divided by 2 over 5. Now, x squared will equal 4 over 25 times, change the division into multiplication, write down the reciprocal or flip the number, 5 over 2. Now x squared will equal, now we can simplify these numbers, of course. Okay, so it will equal 20 over 50, which means it will equal 2 over 5. Okay, now this is x squared. They want to get x. So square root first. X will equal positive or negative square root of 2 over 5. Do we have a square root for 2 over 5? No.
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 Of course, so the solution set, which belongs to Q dash, will equal the set of square root of 2 over 5 and negative square root of 2 over 5. That's it. Okay, guys? Now the next question. The question is, x belongs to Q dash. Find the solution set for this equation, 64 x cubic minus 2 equal negative 29. Okay, so now, as usual, we are going to solve the equation and get the solution set. Then we will check those numbers belongs to Q dash, so we have to write it, or otherwise, if it's a rational number and not belonging to Q dash, so the solution set will be 5. So let's begin. Now the first step is 64 x to the power 3. First, I will shift this number to the other side, so it will equal negative 29 plus, because I have to change the sign. It was negative 2, now it becomes positive. So negative 29 plus 2. Now 64 x to the power 3 equal negative 27. Get x to the power 3, it will equal negative 27 divided by the coefficient of x to the power 3 over 64. Okay, that sounds very good. Now, get the cubic root to get the value of x. X will equal cubic root of 27, cubic root negative 27 over 64. Now, the cubic root for the numerator is negative 3. Cubic root of the denominator is 4. It's a rational number. Is it belonging to Q dash? No. So solution set will equal what? 5. Okay, guys? Because this one
Okay.
not belong to Q dash. Correct, guys?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, great. Let's solve one more question. Another question like that, and they concentrate well in this type of questions. If there is a question like that, it's x squared minus 10 times x to the power 3 minus 4 equals 0. Okay, and x belong to Q dash. 1 second. If I'm going to expand these two brackets by multiplying the two brackets, it will become very hard for me because here it's x to the power 2, x to the power 3. So why I will complicate the question? Simply, guys, there is a bracket multiplied by another bracket equals 0. So we agreed that if there are two terms or two expressions, their more product equals 0. So this means this one equals 0 or this one equals 0 or both of them equal 0, right?
Right.
So simply, first, I'm going to take the first expression and make it equal to 0 and get the value of x. And also that will be the same steps for the second expression. Okay, let's begin. First bracket, this term, x squared minus 10 equals 0. Therefore, x squared will equal 10. So x will equal positive or negative square root of 5. Okay, good. The next bracket, this one I mean, x cubic will minus 4 will equal 0. Therefore, x cubic will equal 4. So x will equal cubic root of 4. Okay, great. These two numbers belong to rational numbers, and this number belong to rational numbers. So This sounds very good. The solution set will equal the set of square root of 5, negative square root of 5, and the cubic root of 4. That's it. Okay, guys, clear?
Clear.
Any questions? Okay, now the next part. The next part is how to find the approximated value of irrational. Okay, not exact value, actually. Approximated value. Approximated value of irrational number. Okay, so this means simply if I want to get the approximated value of square root of 2. By using the calculator, it will approximately equal, check it by using the calculator, guys. So we will find that it will equal 1.40, 142, something like that. Correct?
Yeah, Mr.
Okay. If I want to get the value of square root of 3 by using the calculator, I will find the approximated value equal 1.73205, like that. Correct?
Correct.
If it's a square root of 5, it will
It
equal
will be 2.22.
2.26, like that. Right?
Right.
Okay. So now, if there is a question and the title is like that, concentrate well in this type of question. The question proves that square root of 3 lies between 1.7 and 1.8. Okay. How can I solve this question? Okay, one of you, of course, will say that, Mister, we are going to check the square root of 3 by using the calculator. We will find that it will equal 1.73205. So simply it's between 1 and 7 and 1.8. Okay, actually that's correct, but how can I solve it? How can I write it? Okay, now to solve this question, I'm going to write down these 3 numbers. Square root of 3, 1.7, 1.8, all of them to the power 2. So square root, this is the solution steps. Square root of 3 to the power 2 equal 3. 1.7 to the power 2 equal, by using the calculator, we will find that it will equal 2.89. Okay, then what about 1.8 also to the power 2? We will find that it will equal 3.24. So now, guys, 3 is greater than 2.89 and smaller than 3.24. So this means square root of 3 greater than 1.7 and smaller than 1.8. So square root of 3 lies between these numbers. Okay? Okay, one more question like this. Prove that cubic root of 12 lies between 2.2 and 2.3. On the previous question, guys, it was a square root of 3. That's why I told you, okay? Make all the numbers to the power 2 to get integer from a square root of 3 to the power 2, so it will equal 3. Now, it's a cubic root, so this means all numbers to which power? Power 3. Correct. Okay, listen, guys. Listen and concentrate well. So, on the case of a squared root number, this means we are going to change the power of the number or to square the number. But here it's a cubic root, so simply we have to convert the numbers to power 3. Okay, so now get the value of cubic root of 12 to the power 3. It's 12, of course. Get the value of 2.2 to the power 3 by using the calculator. 2.2 to the power 3, simply it will equal 10.648. What about 2.3 to the power 3? By using the calculator, it will equal 12.167. Now, 12 greater than, of course, 10.648 and smaller than 12.167. So simply convert the numbers to its original form. Cubic root of 12 greater than 2.2, smaller than 2.3. Now, this number lies between 2.2 and 2.3 and done. Okay? Is it clear?
Clear.
Okay, now the next part, actually it's very important, okay? It's about how to represent the irrational number on the number line. Guys, by the way, if I want you to represent this number on the number line too, okay, it's a very simple method. We are going to draw a number line and we will write down the scale. It's 0, 1, 2, 3, and then here the negative side, -1, -2. Now you want me to represent it too? Okay, this is number 2. I'm done. Correct, 100%. But the main point here in this topic to represent the irrational number, so simply, if my question is to represent square root of 3 on the number line. Actually, guys, we said that in the beginning, there is no square root of 3. Actually, this number which we wrote before, we said that square root of 3 approximately, not the exact value, equal 1.73205. Okay. Stop it. How to represent this? Actually, I'm not going to get the approximated value to represent it. So how can we represent it on the number line? And this is the main point now. So concentrate well, listen carefully to know how to represent it very easy. Now the question is to represent square root of 3 on the number line. Okay. First step. Draw a triangle. Okay, which a triangle you mean, mister? Draw a right angled triangle. Okay. Now, this is the right angled triangle. Without scales, without anything like that, or what? Yes. Okay. So now, this one is square root of 3. The base will be the square root of 3. Okay. So, how to get the length of the other sides? I mean, this one, the height, and the height. Okay, now concentrate well. Here we want to represent square root of 3. Get this number, 3. And now write down this rule and then never forget it. If this one is square root of a, so simply this side will equal a minus 1 over 2. What about the hypotenuse? A plus 1 over 2. Okay, so we got it. A triangle, square root of 3, a minus 1 over 2, 3 minus 1, 2 over 2 means 3 minus 1 over 2 means 1. 3 plus 1 over 2 means 4 over 2 means 2. Great. So now I know the 3 dimensions of this rectangle. Okay. Get back to the first point. How to represent square root of 3? Again, clear the board. Square root of 3. Number line. 0, 1, 2,
مستر
negative
انا ما
1,
فهمتش بتاعة
negative 2.
التراينجل.
Okay. I will explain it again. Don't worry. Okay, again, because the solution from the triangle. So now, draw your triangle. We said that this one will be square root of 3. Here, the side a minus 1 over 2. This side a plus 1 over 2. So simply 3 minus 1 over 2 means that this side will be 2. Correct? Okay,
Yes.
and what about this side? 3
مستر لازم
plus 1
لازم يعني اللي جنب ال
over
3 دي
2.
هي
So
اللي
this
تبقى
means
ماينس واللي في الحتة التانية بلس.
exactly الهايت هيكون a minus 1 over 2, but the hypotenuse will be a plus 1 over 2. Okay?
اوكي.
Okay, now I just got that this side will equal 1. 3 minus 1 means 2 over 2 means 1. So this side is 1 and this side is 2. How to represent it on the number line? Now, I want to represent square root of 3. Now, at the point of 0, concentrate well on these steps. Very important. At the point of 0, draw one line, its length equal 1, the height, like that. Okay? Now I'm drawing the triangle on the number line. Okay, so what will be the next step? The next step, I want to draw the hypotenuse. It's 2 centimeters. Now get your compass. Open it on the ruler with the dimension of 2 centimeters and fix the Sharpie on it at the top of the height here. Open it 2 centimeters, which is the long or the length of the hypotenuse. And now draw one arc to intersect the number line here. Okay? Now, guys, this distance is the square root of 3 because this is my triangle, which I represented here. Again, I'm going to clear all this and explain it one more time. Represent square root of 5. Another number. Okay. Now, the first step, you said that draw triangle. Okay. This one will express the square root of 5. Great. This one, a minus 1 over 2. So 5 minus 1 over 2 means 4 over 2, so 2. This one, a plus 1 over 2. So 5 plus 1 over 2. So 6 over 2 means a 3. Now, I got the two numbers. Number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2. Now, guys, I want to represent square root of 5. So start from the point 0. Okay. Draw the height. What will be the length of the height? 2. Now from the point 0, draw one line. Its length is 2. Then from the end point of the height, I mean to this one, open your compass and open it with the length of the hypotenuse. What will be the length of the hypotenuse? 3. Open your compass 3 centimeters. Fix the Sharpie on it here. And now draw one arc to intersect the number lines at this point, for example. So this distance is a square root of 5 because this is my triangle. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, now one more question like this. We just solved that one if we want to represent square root of 5. Now, my question is to represent negative square root of 5. Okay, Mister, I think it will be the same procedures, but on the negative direction. Very good, great, excellent. That's correct, 100% actually. So this means triangle. This one is square root of 5. Okay, and the height will be 5 minus 1 over 2 means 2. 5 plus 1 over 2 means 3. Number line 0, 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay, in the two cases, square root of 5 or negative square root of 5 will start from the 0 point, the origin, and the height will equal 2, like that. But if I'm going to represent a positive number, so my arc will be in the positive side. And we done that already. Okay, now negative. So the same steps, but my arc will be on the negative direction. Okay, now fix the compass here. Instead of drawing the arc on the right, I mean on the positive side, I want to represent a negative. So open your compass 3 centimeters and fix the Sharpie on it here and draw one arc. Intersect the number line, but in the negative direction. So simply, this is my triangle, and this one, or this distance, negative the square root of 5. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
No,
No,
Thanks.
no, يا مستر.
Okay, great, very good. Okay. Another question with different idea. Now it's a square root of 5. That's why I started from 0. Okay. If the question is like that, 2 square root of 5. Okay. So this means it's twice the distance, right? Or no, or wrong? 2 square root of 5 means that the square root of 5 was multiplied by 2. So double the distance. Correct, guys?
Yeah, correct.
correct.
Okay, now concentrate. The first step, I care only about the square root. Okay, so this is the triangle, square root of 5. We said that a minus 1 over 2, a plus 1 over 2. Okay, so this one is 2, this one is 3. Okay. Now, represent it on the number line like that. 0, negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. Okay. Now I want to represent it to square root of 5. Okay, first, I will represent the square root only. We did that before. Okay, no problem. Hold on. Listen carefully. To represent square root of 5, start from the point 0. Draw the height 2 centimeters. At the end point of the height, fix your compass. Open the compass 3 centimeters. Draw the arc. Okay, great. So actually, this distance till this point is a square root of 5. Correct, guys?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Yeah.
we said that we want to represent 2 square root of 5. I mean double the distance. I mean twice the distance. Okay, so simply, guys, I know that this distance is square root of 5. I want to double this one. Easy. Concentrate. Open your compass. Fix the Sharpie on it here and the pencil here to measure the length of this square root of 5 by using the compass. Like that, I mean. Sharpie on it, pencil. This is the compass. Now I know the distance by using the compass. Now stop at this point and draw one arc. So this is a square root of 5. Again, I repeated it here. So all this distance to square root of 5. Correct?
Correct.
I mean that I represented twice. One time from 0 and one time from the end of the distance. That's it. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Mr.
Okay. The next question, if the question is like that, till now we represent square root of 5 and also negative square root of 5. And if the required number is 2 square root of 5, and whatever, if it was 2 or negative 2 square root of 5, this one, okay, will be the positive direction, and also this one, but this 2 on the negative direction. Okay. Another question, if it was like that, 1 plus square root of 5. Guys, I said only I care about the square root of 5. 1, I know it's a location, right? Okay, so how to solve this one? Again, the triangle. Square root of 5. 2, 3. How did I got 2? 5 minus 1 over 2. How did I got 3? 5 plus 1 over 2. Okay. Then what will be the next step? Draw the number line. 0, negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. In each time, if the number is a square root of 5 only, or twice, or double, or 2 square root of 5, we started from the 0. Now, it asked me in the question to represent 1 plus. So in this case, do I supposed to start from 0 or 1? Of course, I have to start from the point 1, because I want to represent 1 plus. So 1, how to represent 1? It's here. Correct? So now I finished the representation of 1. Then square root of 5. Do the same procedure. Height 2, compass from the end point. Its length is 3. Draw 1 arc. Now this distance from 0, not from 1. 1 plus square root of 5. Because actually this is the square root of 5. And that one is the 1. So from 0 till this arc is 1 plus square root of 5. Correct, guys?
Correct.
Clear? If the question is
Clear.
2 plus square root of 5, okay, the same procedures, but I have to start from 2. 3 plus, I have to start from 3. 4, I have to start from 4. Correct?
Correct.
I mean, I'm going to clear this one and concentrate. If the question is like that, and instead of 1, it's 2. Okay, I have to start from the point 2, the height 2 centimeters from the triangle, then open the compass from the end point of the height, I mean to this one, and then draw 1 arc to intersect the number line. And the length is 3. Okay, it will be here. So this distance completely from 0 to the arc is 2 plus square root of 5. But only square root of 5 is this. Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Why 2 plus square root of 5? Actually, because this one is 2. Right?
Right.
And this one is square root of 5. So it's 2 plus square root of 5. Are we clear now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question, and concentrate very well. Okay. Now, what we studied right now, square root of 5, negative square root of 5, 2 square root of 5, negative 2 square root of 5, 1 plus square root of 5, or 2 plus square root of 5. Okay. So, what do you think, guys? I think there is one formula. Maybe we need to represent it like what? Like 2, but minus a square root of 5. Okay. Same procedures. There is only small difference. It's logically, guys. Now concentrate very well and please never interrupt me. Listen well. Now, triangle, square root of 5 as usual. A minus 1 over 2. A plus 1 over 2. This one is 2. This one is 3. Number line. 0, negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing new till now. Okay. It's 2. This means it's like this one. It's 2 plus, but here 2 minus. Okay, so in both cases, I have to start with number 2. So now draw the height at point 2. So 2 centimeters height at point 2. So this is 2. Now, fix the compass on the end point of the height. Now, is it 2 plus or 2 minus? It's 2 minus. So in this case, I have to draw the square root of 5 in the opposite direction. Now I'm subtracting square root of 5 from 2, not adding square root of 5 plus 2. So in this case, my arc will be on the right side because I'm subtracting square root of 5 from 2. Now I will find that before get the result. Now again, fix your compass on this point. Open the compass with the length of the hypotenuse, which is equal 3. Now draw your arc on the right side. It will become here. So this point. Now, guys, this distance from 2 till this negative point, I don't care if it's negative or positive, but this distance is 2 minus a square root of 5. That's it. So it depending on the sign, it depending on the direction, it depends on the process. Am I adding a number to the square root, or I'm subtracting a number, or I will multiply it by 2 or 3. Actually, that was all the points in this part. Okay. Okay, guys. Actually, guys, that was the end of this lesson. Hopefully, all of you understands everything. Okay.